Well, how are ya? How was everyone on this beautiful, credible, and amazing day? That it is here in the OKC. Yeah, y'all. We here. We still here. We made it through. About to cross over that finish line, baby. And it's another fantastic, beautiful, delicious, fabulous, incredible, mighty fine day. I'm loving everything that I'm singing. I'm loving everything that I'm being, and I'm loving everything that will manifest in my life. So thankful and grateful that I'm still here. Just still here just to win it. I'm just still here just to continue trying to cross over to that finish line in my life, my loved ones. What about you? And we just want to feel that high vibes, those high vibrations, my loved one. That's all we want to be in our lives. Yes, we do. Yes, we are, our loved ones. And I don't know about anybody else, but I feel so good because I can carry along, journey along, and continue doing all the things that's written in my book of life. You want to know something? I'm talking to you, all of my beautiful brothers and sisters. How are you? Including all my beautiful loved ones sitting all the way at the back. You know I see you. You know I'm here for you. If you need me, you know where to find me. I love you. I'm here for you if you need me. Baby. All my niggas and niggas, you know how to get in touch with me. But I would love for you to get in touch with me by the Spirit, because the Spirit can be at many places at the same time. Many and any places at the same time. This physical body that we are in, this temporary body that we are in, can only be in certain places at a certain time. But the Spirit can roam anywhere it damn please. So I would love for you to spiritually connect with me, because that's the best connection in the whole wide world. Better than this Wi-Fi connection. Connect with me on the Spirit, baby, 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 baby. And we should know there were a lot of people who had the ideal of waking up seeing this beautiful, delicious, fabulous day that we are seeing right at this moment in our life. But they did not wake up. But we did, and this is why we need to give all the love, all the praise, and all the honor to God, the Most High, the God Almighty, for making it possible for us to see this lovely day that we are actually seeing at this moment. It's a fantastic day, I would say. I woke my ass up, and whatever had happened in the past, we're going to let that shit just be and only look at what we want our life to be. Look at what we can eliminate, erase. Look at what was and look at what we want now in our life. Fuck what the fuck had happened, because it no longer exists, my loved ones. It definitely doesn't. So let's give all the love and praise to the Almighty, the God, the Creator, who created any and everything, the creations of what we are seeing in our life right about now. So on the count of three, we want to give a praise. We want to give our gratification. We want to send a sound out of our body just to let God, the Most High, the Creator of the creations, who created me and everything that we are seeing right at this moment in our life. Let's do this on the count of three, because we want to give all the credit was due, because God, the universe, have made it possible for us to be a part of this creation that we are actually seeing with our eyes. We can see it, we can touch it, we can feel it, see it, touch it, and feel it, which is one of the beautiful things. Seeing, touching, and feeling. But are we actually seeing what we actually are seeing? Not really. But We are thankful that we are seeing whatever we are seeing, smelling what we are smelling, touching what we are touching, tasting what we are tasting. Let's give the Most High the most love. Love back to God, the universe, the Most High. Right about now, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. We are so thankful and grateful, our Heavenly Father, because if it wasn't for you, we would never exist. There's no way possible we could make it possible of what is going on in our life. We cannot create blood. We cannot create another body. We cannot create food. Maybe we could create a vehicle. Maybe we could create this threads, this jacket that we got on, these glasses. They are materialistic things. But what we cannot create is air. We cannot create water. We cannot create dirt. We not create none of the things that is possible to be a part of planet Earth. So we give it up to you, because if it wasn't for you, none of these things would ever exist. Thank you. And let's give a shout out. Let's give all the love and praise to all the founders of the social media platform, because with these social media platforms, it would never make it possible for someone like me to shine my light. No one would never ever think that I exist in this world. So we want to give it a shout out to the founders and creators of these social media platforms that make it impossible for us to have a voice, that we are lifting our voice to the world to hear what we have to say. We thank you. Feeling it? I'm feeling it. Yes, we are. On this beautiful, incredible, and amazing evening it is here in the OKC, my loved ones. I will be talking about Girl Please. So are we ready? So we need to find out about this subject here, my loved ones. Are we ready for this? Let's get this. All right. I had to think about this because I think it's very important that people should know that we don't need anyone, but we are thankful for someone. We can journey along on this journey in our life by ourselves. However, it would be nice to have someone on the side of us, but we don't need them. So I want people to know that it is a great thing to have someone by your side. However, you do not need them, because another person is not a need. You want to know what is the needs? The needs are the air that you breathe, water, food to eat, shelter, clothing on your back. Those are the 5 needs. All the rest of this shit in this bullshit that exists in this world is only a want. But I want to give my gratification to whoever is supposed to be on my side. But whoever is on the side of me have to be on the same accord to make it work, to help it work, to help it function in the way that it's supposed to go. So we ready to roll this or what, my loved ones? Let's go. All right, I want to take you back to the year of 2020. 2020 is the year that a lot of things was upside down. We were in pandemonium mode. We were in fear-based mode. And it seems like we would not pick up the pieces back to our life, because that was the year of COVID-19 started to be a part of everything around us, even in other nations and other countries, this so-called COVID-19 had really ruined many of us and took the lives of some of the people. However, many of us gain our strength. We put the pieces back to our life, and we begin to realize we are important. But also, as this was going on, everything around us was falling to pieces. At that time in my life, I began to be homeless on the streets. Now, this was a pivotal decision that I had made in my life, because I found out that I could no longer allowing a woman to control my life. If I would have known what the things that I know now, none of the bullshit probably would have went on as long as it did. But life is a live and learn lesson, and I'm so thankful I stood up to what I believe what is right. So at that time, I turned down the opportunity to move to the state of Texas. As I was saying, at that time, I was building up my momentum. I was learning to be a man. I was being more masculine. And I found out that if I have to lose everything, I would gain it back of being a spiritual being. I'm going to say this again. If I have to lose everything, I would gain it back by becoming a spiritual being. And that is exactly what had happened in the year of 2020. I lost everything, including the dogs. However, losing everything is what had made me a spiritual being that I am today. The greatest spiritual being that I could be in my life right about now. So, and many people would say, like, well, you crazy as fuck. Your ass gonna be sleeping on the streets when you have the opportunity to be in a fucking home. Well, yeah, how I was looking at it, the woman is not the head. A man's supposed to be the head. And I don't want to get too deeply in this. I know at that time in my life that I was not being a 100% man in this relationship. She was the breadwinner, and she was the one who made these strong and powerful decisions, or what she believed to be strong and powerful decisions. But when I had heard that it wasn't a great decision to move to Texas, I stood firmly on it, because when the Spirit speaks, the Spirit always speaks truth. When the Spirit speaks, the Spirit always speaks truth. There is no such thing as a spirit could lie to you. They will always speak truth. And for you to know when the Spirit is speaking to you, it could be a great thing for you to go somewhere away from your home and be somewhere in nature so you can get away from any and everything. Also, silence your phone, or at least temporarily power it off, because the cell phone is the greatest distraction in the whole wide world. So, if you could silence your phone, put your phone up, go outside in nature, Go somewhere where it's quiet. Maybe around a lake, a waterfront, maybe in a place where there's acres of trees, and just roam there and allow God, the Spirit, angels, the spirit beings to begin to speak to you. And when they speak, begin to listen. It's just that simple. But many people make it complicated because they cannot let go of certain things in this temporary world that we are living in. I understand, remember, I am part of a body, so I can understand in a sense that it's hard to let go. It's hard to put down. It's hard to be like, well, shit, I need to pick up my phone and do something or figure something out on this phone. But your greatest helper will always be the spirit within. And when you begin to count on the spirit, that's when you will see the trueness of life, and you begin to see the light, my loved ones. So as I was saying, 2020 was a pivotal decision I had made as I'm sleeping on the streets. I had slept on the streets for over a year and a half, my loved ones. And when I think about it, I would not change anything about it because it made me the spiritual being that I am today. But as long as a being on the streets, I so happened had bumped into someone that I had worked for in the past, previous years, as being at Walmart in the city of Lauderdale Lakes in South Florida. And as I'm meeting her, I never had known it would go in the direction that it was going in. It all had started by her sending me a message on Facebook Messenger. And after she had sent that message, some sparks began to illuminate in our lives. I really loved that it was someone that I can fully begin to count on. Maybe she was not physically there by my side majority of the time, but it was a great feeling to know I can communicate, I can text, I can send voice messages, I can send video messages to her anytime I damn please. That was a beautiful thing, that someone will give me their time, because we know time is very precious and time is very valuable to all of us. But as we was growing, we began to take things to another level, and all of a sudden that she was turning this likeness into love, which I believe is what it felt like. And love is something that many people get mixed up with lust. And this can only happen when you are sexually involved with that person. Well, I never had got sexually involved with her. So at that timing, it actually had to be love, because I couldn't go back and forth and say, hey, I fucked that pussy and that pussy was good, I believe I'm in love now. Or she sucked my dick and like, oh my God, it was the best feeling for her to suck my dick and allow me to calm in her mouth. Wasn't nothing like that. So I cannot say it was mixed up with lust, because we never got sexually involved. So I can only say at that moment it was true love that we both was feeling for one another. And when someone loved one another, you begin to feel like, hey, I want to take it to the next level. And she knew that if we beginning to feeling the way we were feeling, of course the next level was to get sexually involved. But before that actually could happen, she wanted to do something that was memorable, and that is she wanted to marry me. Now, there's no way possible that you can marry someone who is still married. Now, I was in a marriage for over 14 years, and the person who left the state of Florida to move to Texas was my wife at that time. And what we were trying to do with the new person that was in my life, she wanted me to get a divorce. And I felt in my heart it was the right decision to make. Not only just because there was someone new that could replace the old person that I was involved with, or replace the memories. It was deeper than that. I was ready for a new beginning, and I felt that the new person that was in my life was the person that I could begin to grow and be the greatest new beginning for both of us. Well, at least that's what I had thought. But when I began to think about it, and I began to find out that maybe it probably was not a great decision, because at that time, and I couldn't understand why this person was wanting me to rush getting out of the marriage. He wanted to rush me getting a divorce. Couldn't really like the fact that I made money. Now, don't get me wrong. I was working at that time in my life at Burger King, and it just felt like that she didn't like the fact, that I had a job. Now, there's nothing wrong of working for Burger King or working for a fast food restaurant. You can actually elevate and climb up the ladder quickly than any other company or business out there in the world. So I couldn't understand at that timing why she couldn't accept me fully for who I am. She wanted to change me. She wanted to be much more of a person, be like, yeah, this is the person that I like now. I'm like, that is something that's going to be in the future tense. Like, you got to like me for who I am now before I begin to change, before I begin to elevate, before I begin to be much more entrepreneur, before I begin to financially get my life together, before I begin to get the things, before all of that. And she couldn't accept me for who I am. And this is why I knew she was not the right person for me. When someone is literally rushing you, and telling you to do this, and telling you to do that, and wanting you to be like, oh, well, fuck that job. You need something better than that because there's not going to be enough money to take care of us. Well, I had looked at the fact like this. When you begin to put two minds together, what will happen, God will come in the midst and order your steps and find what is the right direction for both of you to go. Now, there is nothing wrong as of making more money. There is nothing wrong being business minded. There is nothing wrong being an entrepreneur. There is nothing wrong having $80,000 in your account. Nothing wrong with those type of things. But before things, you have to first get yourself together. There are things within you that you need to work on, because these are things that's on the outer appearance. These are the things that we can see, right? And there's nothing wrong of all the things we are seeing. There is nothing wrong of all the things we are being. But what is deeper is what is going on with you within. You need to work on that first before you begin to work on the outside of things. This is the thing about people. They are fully concentrated on everything around them, everything on the outer realm of them, but not concentrating on the spirit within them. That is much more powerful than whatever you are trying to be, whatever you are trying to do, and whatever materialistic things that you are trying to have. Now, I would never knock anything as of, flashy clothes, name brand, name gear things, watches. I'm a big fan of watches. I love watches. I got over 30 different watches. I love those things. I love looking good. I love smelling good. I love making money. But I know those things does not make me. What does make me is the spirit within me. That is really what makes me. As I tell you, I lost everything, and I do not have a problem of losing things again, so I could find me. That's the thing a lot of people will not do. Like, well, I gotta hold on to this. Well, fuck holding on to things, because that is not going to make you. It's going to destroy you. You don't need that, my loved ones. So I thank you, my love, for taking out the time to listen to what I had to say today. And I had to talk about, girl, please. I do not have no time for your bullshit. Now, as I was saying in the introduction, a person is not a need, but it's feel good to have somebody by your side. It does feel really good to have somebody by your side. However, they don't need to be there, because a person is not a need. What is a need? A need is the air that we breathe, water, food, clothing, shelter. Those are the need. And I believe a lot of people get those things mixed up because they are in the world. Can't be in the world, but you could be of the world. There's nothing wrong being in this world, but you cannot continue having worldly ways if you want to be spiritually connected. You're going to have to lose some of the things that's going on in the world to gain your spirituality. It's just the way that it is. You can't have both of the worlds. You can't have God in materialistic things. You can't have God in all these goodies that comes along as being a part of this world. Because whatever you are so in awe with, you can't take all those things to the other side. And many people do not think of this in a sense, because they want to gather on. They want to get this, Can I have this? I want this. Gimme. They're not thinking those things doesn't last forever. But what does last forever is that spirit that's within you. So, my loved ones, I tell you my story because there are a lot of people going to test you and see if you yourself really is someone that will break your damn back just to impress them, just to make them feel good. Now, we are not here on earth to make anybody feel good first or impress anybody first. We got to make sure that everything is going well with ourselves. When we can make sure everything is going copacetic with ourselves, we are feeling good. We on those high vibrations. We are carrying along, journeying along, doing all the things that's written in the line in our book. We are doing what we're supposed to be doing. We are fulfilling our purpose in our lives. We have an idea of who we are. Then you can go out and do whatever with this person, with this being. But if you still can't figure out who the fuck you are, you better begin to cut the other person off until you begin to find who you are. And many people will not do this because they love the world. They enjoy worldly things. But those worldly things will not help you to gain your spirituality. So loved ones, I thank you for listening. And I thank you for tuning in. And I thank you for watching. And I hope this information that I just shared with you touch somebody's mind, body, and spirit. Be good. Be safe. Take care. And I'm out.